Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley, and this is the Artsy Tea Club event vlog. So it is Saturday, June 8th. It is almost 9 o'clock, and we are getting ready to go across town and set up for the Artsy Tea Club. And this is the first pop-up of this event, and they're holding it at the Aunt's 1920 Cafe in Fresno. So it's just a one-day pop-up, 11 to 5 today. It's outside, and I think I mentioned in a previous vlog that I had bought an entire pop-up tent for this because I don't do outside events. And it is June in Fresno, and we just got finished with a heat wave. Like, it got up to 109, I think, earlier this week. Luckily today is supposed to be just in the 90s, just mid-90s, that's all. And it should be more bearable. Like, I went outside earlier this morning, and it was kind of chilly. But of course, being out there until 5 o'clock when it's the hottest part of the day, it's gonna get warm. So we have everything loaded in the car. I've got my ice chest, I have my food for today, and I'm bringing the ice neck ring that you would have seen in last week's vlog when I was prepping for this event. So let's get down there and get set up. All set up. So because of the canopy, we can't put the banner across like we usually do. So we've made a fix and put it right over the top, and it actually looks really cute. So let's see here. We've got all of the sticker books, all the deco sticker sheets with a lot of the newly restocked ones, all the die cut stickers, and our very cute event exclusive. Got $10 mystery bags, $20 mystery bags, and the boys, and of course all of the other staples. And I opted for a 10 by 10 space, so I've got all kinds of room behind me. I'll get the books in the back. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day. We didn't plan for wind, so we've got some OSHA approved safety measures in place. All right, it is, wait, I don't know what time it is, 3:30-ish? It is almost 3:30, so we are an hour and a half away from being done with the event. It's actually not bad weather-wise. It's kind of overcast. There's been a nice breeze. I have the neck ring on and it's working. I've had it stuck in my ice chest for a little bit. But the turnout has been great. Like, despite it being a hot June day, like, people have been out here, they've been supporting us. So it's been awesome. And thank you so much, Sandy, for putting this whole thing on and inviting me to be a part of it. I love it. It is 5 o'clock, it is hot and I'm sweaty, and we're done. So I am going to pack up, which I can do a time lapse, I suppose, and then we're gonna get some dinner. Oops, I forgot to vlog that we went to ramen after we tore down the booth. We all ended up at ramen. Okay, so Artsy Tea Club is long over now. It took me a couple days to kind of recover for that. I knew that because it was going to be a hot outdoor event that I was probably going to have a migraine or something the next day. I was actually okay. Like, I didn't have a migraine, I had energy. I did come home with a heat rash though, like all over my chest and my back, like despite wearing really loose clothing and not feeling like I was super sweaty. I was sweaty, but I wasn't super sweaty. It wasn't so hot, but like I did get heat rash, and I think that happened when we did VacaCon last year outside. So that was really the only downside. There were way more people there than we expected, and it was just so good. Like, we were talking about this, like some of the other vendors and I were talking about this like at other previous events, that even if people didn't show up, like, we were still gonna have fun just hanging out. And we did get to do some of that too, but there was people there, and thank you guys for coming. And thank you again so much to Sandy, Starry Droplets, and her sister Cindy, who works at the Aunts Cafe 1920, for putting on this whole thing, for organizing it, for doing all of the hard work of promoting it. And thank you especially to Cindy for providing us with cold drinks all day. That was amazing. So we stayed hydrated, we stayed cool, and we made some money. So, like, how can you not like that? But it was a nice little local event, and I know they're talking about having more events. The next one, I believe, is in August, and it's going to be a night market. And I did ask Sandy, like, what do you want me to say to the people? Because I know there's a lot of people interested in these events. The next one is already curated, so please don't apply, please don't message their page. But do follow them at Artsy Tea Club on Instagram, because there will be probably more of these, and I really hope that this is something that grows over time, because it was amazing. And I know not everybody there was Fresno based. There were a couple of like further north Central Valley artists that came in. So if that's something that is interesting to some wider Central Valley artists, definitely keep it in mind for future events, but August is already booked. And I won't be there, I'm assuming, unless she straight up invites me, but I know that they're trying to at least cycle through artists so it's not the same people at every event, which is totally cool. It was something that it was local enough and it was small enough that I told Ryan, like, I don't need your help for this, I just need your help setting up and tearing down. If there was anything that I needed, there was plenty of people I knew there who could help me. So, and then Nicole, NP, Infinite Art, showed up to help me and just to keep me company and hang out, so that was a lot of fun too. And then we all ended up at the same ramen place in the same complex afterwards. We didn't sit together. I don't think it was like something that could have been accommodated for all of us to sit together, but we did all end up at the same place and it was a lot of fun. So anyways, if you are new to these event vlogs, these convention vlogs, this is the part of the video where I've already recapped the event, and I then talk about all of the money that I made versus the expenses I spent to do this event. And I will show you a pie chart, which is here. It's going to be, as you can see, percentages. And if you join my Patreon for $5 or more, you can see this uncensored with all the dollar amounts, all the dirty details about the event, which there were none. Like, it went off without a hitch. Like, for such a small thing, I'm really grateful for how well it did. But you can see there was almost no expenses. Really, it was just food cost, which was dinner. I brought my lunch, but I didn't really end up eating anything. I kind of snacked because I don't get hungry when it's hot. And then the rest of it was the collected sales tax from purchases and then the credit card processing fees. But most of it was card transactions. A little bit of it was cash. But that's a beautiful pie chart, all things considered. So be sure, if you want to see this uncensored with all the dollar amounts, check out my Patreon for $5 or more. And I will actually be turning that back on in July for all of the physical rewards. So if you are not already a member, feel free to join. I do have a pinned post on my Patreon talking about all the changes that are coming if you are already a member. And please don't forget, if you are subscribed to one of my pin clubs, the Pin and Sticker Club, or my Collector's Merch Box Club, if you are still subscribed, please unsubscribe by the end of the month, because you will otherwise get charged for that and there will no longer be rewards coming for those tiers. So, all of that out of the way, I'm going to wrap up this vlog, but first I want to tell you guys two things. Number one, if you go over to Mualcaina's channel, Macy, I was on her Artist Alley Confessions vlog recently, and we chit-chatted for, well, she condensed it from like 2 hours down to 1 hour, but I talk a lot about my experiences and my background and what it's like doing all of this full time. So feel free to go check that out. It's great to put on in the background while you're working. You really, unless you want to see our silly facial expressions, you don't have to watch. And it's just maybe something to get you through until next week's vlog. Number two, as you will see in next week's vlog, I'm working hard on many things, but the main thing I'm working on is a new Kickstarter that is launching June 19th, all things considered. And that is for a build your own potion openable shaker charm campaign. So I literally just finished the artwork for this, and I'm still building the campaign, so hopefully it will be ready to launch on June 19th. But basically, you're going to be able to pick your own vessel for a shaker charm and customize the pieces that go inside so you have exactly the potion that is right for you. So that's going to be a quick 14-day campaign, so don't miss it. You're going to help me fund the production of these so that I have them in time for Midsummer Scream at the end of July. Hence the quick turnaround. But that is what is going on now. I will obviously cover those way more in detail in next week's vlog, so be sure to tune in. Click subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye! And that's why I wish you the best.